She stroked her boss's arm in front of everyone. I traded up. I nodded and walked out. 132 missed calls. Dad's text, he knows, lose everything or call. The first thing that felt wrong wasn't her hand. It was her smile. Not the kind she used when she was tired and leaning against me at midnight. Not the one she gave when she thought I wasn't looking. This one was sharper, deliberate, like it had been practiced in front of a mirror. Her fingers slid slowly along his arm, casual enough to pass as a joke, intimate enough to mean something else. The room laughed. Someone clapped. Glasses touched. And she said it. I traded up. The words floated lightly, like they weren't heavy enough to destroy anything. But I felt them land. Not in my chest. Somewhere deeper. I nodded. Not because I agreed, but because I understood something in that exact moment that no one else in that room did. This wasn't sudden. This was planned. I turned and walked out before anyone could stop me. Before she could explain it away with laughter, with that same soft voice she used when she wanted to rewrite reality. My phone buzzed before I even reached the parking lot. Then again, and again. By the time I sat in the car, it wasn't buzzing anymore. It was vibrating nonstop. 132 missed calls. Her name. Over and over. I didn't open any of them. Instead, I saw the message beneath. From my father. He knows. Lose everything or call. For a moment, even her betrayal disappeared. Because this felt older. Heavier. At first, I told myself it was nothing. That people say things in public they don't mean. That touches don't always carry intention. That maybe I was reading too much into it. But that's the thing about lies. They don't start loud. They start reasonable. I replayed the last few months in my head. Her late nights. Her sudden interest in things she used to mock. Her phone, always turned face down now. Her laughter, changing tone depending on who she was talking to. Nothing obvious. Nothing provable, just wrong. Like a familiar song played slightly off key. And I had noticed. I just chose not to listen. I stopped asking questions. Not out loud. Inside, I started collecting. Every message she delayed replying to. Every excuse that sounded just a little too prepared. Every time she said she was somewhere, and something about it didn't align. I didn't confront her. Because confrontation is for people who want answers. I didn't want answers. I wanted certainty, so I watched. I listened. I stayed quiet. And slowly, the picture began forming on its own. Not in pieces, but in patterns. The truth didn't come crashing in. It arrived quietly, like it had been waiting for me to catch up. It was a message, not meant for me, but carelessness is the final stage of arrogance. I'll fix things. He won't find out. He never does. No name. No context needed. Because by then, I already knew. The moment I saw it, I didn't feel anger. No rush of blood. No shaking hands. Just stillness. Because the part of me that needed proof had already died weeks ago. This was just confirmation. I didn't confront her immediately. There's no power in reacting too soon. I let her come home. Let her move through the house like nothing had changed. Let her kiss my cheek. Like she still belonged there. And then I placed my phone on the table. Screen lit. Message open. No words. Just the truth. She froze. Not dramatically. Not like in movies. Just a slight pause. A glitch. Then came the explanations. They're not what you think. It was just, you're misunderstanding. I didn't interrupt. Because I wasn't listening. Not anymore. I had already heard everything she was going to say. Long before she said it. Her voice kept going. Softer now. Careful. Trying to rebuild something that wasn't broken. Something that had already been replaced. I finally spoke. Not loudly. Not emotionally. Just clearly. You didn't trade up. That made her stop. For the first time, she looked uncertain. I picked up my phone, locked it, then looked at her the same way I had looked at her that night. In the crowd. From a distance. Like she was already gone. You just revealed your price. Silence. Not the kind that waits for resolution. The kind that confirms the end. I walked out again, but this time, I didn't leave anything behind. Not questions. Not anger. Not even disappointment. Because those require expectation. And expectations are a luxury I no longer had. The message from my father still sat unread in my mind. He knows. Lose everything or call. I called. He answered immediately. No greeting, just breathing on the other side. Heavy. Old. You finally saw it, he said. Not a question. A statement. Yes. A pause. Then he said something I didn't expect. Good. I frowned slightly. Good? Another pause. Longer this time. Like he was deciding how much truth I could handle. Some people don't betray you to hurt you, he said quietly. They betray you to show you where the real damage is. I didn't respond because I understood exactly what he meant. This was never just about her. It was about everything I ignored, everything I tolerated, everything I allowed to exist, because it was easier than facing it. I looked at the road ahead. Empty. Quiet. For the first time in a long time, there was no noise. No calls. No explanations. No pretending. Just clarity. And something colder than anger. Understanding. Some relationships don't end with shouting. They don't collapse in dramatic explosions. They fade silently. Inside you. Piece by piece. Until one day, there's nothing left to hold on to. Not even the version of yourself that believed in them. My phone buzzed again. Her name. Still calling. Still trying. I turned it off. Not out of spite. Not out of revenge. But because I had already answered the only question that mattered. And once you see everything clearly, you don't go back. You don't fix it. You don't even hate it. You just leave it where it belongs. In the past. Where it can't touch you anymore. I drove forward. And for the first time, I didn't look back.
Thank you so much for watching this video. We tried our best to make it feel as real as possible. If you like it, please like the video, follow and subscribe to the channel. Your support means a lot to us. We'll see you again with a new story. Thank you.